Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In previous video, I have shown you how to design this search teacher. Here you can see this. When I enter 3, it will show the record of 3. When I enter this 2, it will show the record for the second one. Okay, so I hope you have watched my previous video and designed that search teacher. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to just remove a student. Here you can see this. I'm going to show you how to design this, how to back end coding for this one, and how to design this about us as well, and how to design this exit system. Here you can see this. When I cancel, nothing has happened. When I click on OK, so it will close the application. So let's start with that. Okay, so I hope that you have already subscribed to my YouTube channel, and if not, then please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And let's move to the further. Okay, so in previous video I have shown you we are working with this college video, and here you can see this. We have done our task till here. Here you can see this. When I click on this, the stuff is coming here. Okay, so here you can see this. When the wrong user ID is entered, no record is there, but when I enter a valid, here you can see this, we have the data. Okay, so we are going to work for this remove student. Here you can see this. When I click on this, nothing is happening. So okay, so let's start with that. So first thing what we need is we need one form. So let me add one form. Just go to Solution Explorer and right click on this and click on add and select this Windows form. When you click on this, here you can see this. Here you have to add name, that is remove student, and hit enter. Now here you can see this new form will add it. You can resize it or just go to properties and set the size manually. I'm going to copy the size from the previous one. So let me just copy the size. After that, paste it here and hit enter. So you can see this, it's the same size of the previous one. Here you can observe one small stuff is here we have one picture box, labels, text box, button, and data grid view. So let me just put this all into this. So first thing what we need is one picture box. So search for picture box in this toolbox, drag and drop this here. Here you can see this and make it large. And just click on this, click choose image. It will open your local resources. Click on import, and all the image and icons I am using is already I have provided the link. Just go to description and you will find the link over there for these all links and labels I'm using. Okay, so select this and click on OK and click on OK and just select this stretch image. Here you can see this. Now we have this stuff here. After that we need few labels. So search for label, drag and drop this, copy and paste because we need two as well. Change this one, just go to properties, and here you have to change the text here. Delete student record action. Hit enter. After that, change the font of this. The label property, you have to search for font. Just click on this. Calibri, bold, and we need 16. So you can see this. Now change the color for color. Just click on this, select highlight. You can see this. Now it's looking nice. Okay, so change the second one to label name, label to here. You can see this text. Just change this to registration ID. Hit enter. After that, change its font to. So let me just change this font to 12 and hit OK. Okay, so let me make it a little bold. Just bold and hit OK. Here you can see this. Now we have it here. After that, we need one text box. So let me just search for text box and drag and drop it here. Here you can see this. Now make it large and increase the font of this text box too. So just search for font as well. Here you can see this font. So when I say that increasing the size of the text box, it means that when the text entered into the text box, that size needs to be increased. So I'm just going to enter 12. Here you can see this. Now it's large. After that, we need one button, that is delete button. You just drag and drop it here. After that, change its names to delete. So just go to here, text and type delete. Increase its font size and change the color as well. So let me just make this 10 and bold and make this color a little bit red. Okay. So here you can see this, now it's looking nice. Let me make it a little large button. Okay. So now here you can see this. And after this, we need one data grid view. So let me just search for data grid view. Just drag and drop it here. And after that, make it large. Here you can see this. Okay. So after this, all the task is done. Till now, designing part of this is done. And what I want is, when I click on this delete record, I want this form needs to be popped up. Okay, so I have executed this program, and here you can see this. When I click on this, nothing is happening. So I want to do that. So for that, just double click on this, and here you can see this. Just double click on this to generate a click event. After that, generate a object of this remove student. So type the name you have given to your form. Here you can see this remove student. So I'm using that. Remove student rs equals new remove student, and after that you have to just type rs dot show. There you can see this. Save this, and now when I start this and when I click on this, here you can see this, the form is here and you can write anything in this, but it's not opening in the center. Let me check. Let me make a little small change. Just go to properties of for this form, and after that you have to just select this start position to center screen and just save it. And now when I start this and when I click on this, here you can see this, it's in the center actually. So first thing what I need is, when this form loads, I want the data into this data grid view. So before coding, we have to actually change the name. So it's data grid view 1, data grid view, and let me just change here student. Okay, so change the name of this data grid view, change the button name as well. So I'm going to change this design name BTN and let me just change this text box name to txt reg id and hit enter. Okay, so after that what I want is that when this form loads, the data needs to be filled into this data grid view. So for that we have to code on the load event. Okay, so just double click on this form and load event is generated here. Okay, so after this we need, first thing what we need is SQL connection. So for that we have to write SQL connection. Here you can see this, it's showing red line. I have already explained you why, because we have not imported this library. Just click on this. Here you can see this, it's imported. Either you can do in this way or you can manually write it here. After that I have to create an object. So con equals new SQL connection. Now I've created the object. After that I want to pass the connection. We have to pass the connection string. So connection string, here you can see this. In this we have to pass the connection string. Okay, so let me just copy this one from here, my connection string. I will explain you what actually this is. Okay, so this connection string data source is equal to database. This is my computer name. When you open your database, then you will find the first thing, data server name, actually this one, and you have to put one extra slash / here. After that my database name is college, and you have to write this integrated security true in the same way and same order. Okay, so after this you have to write SQL command, that is cmd equals new SQL command, and after creating a command object you have to pass the connection to that command object. So command dot connection equals con, pass the connection object, and after that you have to write this command dot command text. Okay, so cmd object, by using that cmd object we have to, what we need is, we need all data from the teacher table. So select star from Okay, so first, sorry, we have actually code for the remove student. So we need all the data from student table. So my student table is new admission. Previously, I have shown you that my table name is this. You can change this name as you have written something else. If your table name is like student records, then you can have to write here student record. But my name is new admission, so I am selecting all the records from my new admission table. And after this, we have to store store this data into something that is data set. So we have to write this SQL data adapter first, and SD or DA equals new SQL data adapter. In this you have to pass the command object, and after that we have to pass the create object for data set. DS equals new data set. Actually data is stored in the data set. After that we have to fill the data into this data set. Okay, so let me just remove this. Okay, so it's showing error because I have already created the same name of this two object. I'm creating SQL data adapter DS and dataset also DS. That's why it's showing error. So let me change this to DA actually. You can see this now. This error is resolved. Okay. So after this, we need DA dot fill. The data is now in DA, that is data adapter, and we have to fill it to where? We have to fill into the data set. Okay. So after this, now we have the data into the data set. Okay, so let me just add a breakpoint here. So int equals 5. I have written this to add a breakpoint. In this way you can add a breakpoint. Now start this. Okay, so now I'm going to click on this, and here you can see this. Now the program stops here. Here you can see this. In this data set, let's see the value is here or not. When I click on this small magnified glass, here you can see this. We have all the data. So now we have the data. We have to actually show it to that table. Now when I continue this, you will find nothing is into this data grid view. So we have to actually show the data into that data grid view. Okay, so how to do that? For that, first I have to remove this, and okay, before that we have to stop the project as well, and just remove this. And after that you have to write data grid view dot dal student. Here you can see this the name equals what is the data set object ds dot. In this data set, the data is stored in the form of tables I have shown you currently. And after this you have to close this. Now just save this. Here you can see this. Okay, sorry, actually we have to write this data grid view dot data source. Okay, here you can see this, and now just save this and start this, and you will find that when I click on this, now it's filled with the data. Now what I need is when I enter 8 and when I click on this, it should be removed. This data needs to be removed. So how to do that? For that we have to generate a click event for this delete button. So to generate a click event, just double click on this and it will a click event will be generated. Okay, so in this we have to do the same task we have done previously. So let me just copy this code as well and just paste it here. Here we have one issue. This query will not work here because we have to delete the data. Okay, so we have to write delete from new admission where NAID is the primary key into this new admission table. I have previously shown you. If you have not watched your previous video, then just go to description and start watching from the first. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Okay, so here you have to write this and equals, we have an integer there in the text box, so we have to concatenate it with it. So text txt actually rich id, and from this text box we need text. So you can see this delete from new admission where NAID is into this text box and the data will be deleted. But before deleting, the application must ask for the confirmation of the user. Suppose, let me start this and login. When I click on this, you can see suppose user enter 123. When you click on delete, here you can see this nothing is showing up. Okay, so what I want is when I user enter something data and when I click on this, it should ask that are you sure you want to delete, are you sure, confirm, like that. Okay, so for that we have to actually add if condition, and in this we have to add a message box dot show, and in this the software should ask this will delete your data, and the message box name should be warning, and in this I need two buttons. So for that, message box button dot OK and cancel. I need two buttons, and the message box icon needs to be what I want. The icon should be warning because it's a warning, and in this we have to check that user click on OK or cancel. So if dialog result dot OK, if user enter OK, then what should be done? This code needs to be executed. Okay, so it means that user is confirming that the data I want to delete. Yes. Okay, let me just put this in this way, and after that we have to just cut this all and paste it here. You can see this and save this. Now when you go to the project, okay, and when I click on this, here you can see this. Now I enter some data, and when I delete, here you can see this pop-up is coming. Now I want one more thing. After this completion of deletion, actually when I suppose this enter and click on OK, I want that it shows that the data is removed from the database. Okay, so how to do that? For that you have to again add one more message box, and within this if message box dot show. Okay, and in this you have to add, after this we have to add deletion successful. Just close this and name this message success message box, and in this I need only one button, so I need only OK button, and after that we have to add this message box dot icon dot message information actually. Okay, so we have to do this, and now save this, and now let me just start this and just click on this. Here you can see this. Now suppose I am entering something like this, and when I click on this, here you can see the deletion successful. Okay, so till now we are just trying to delete some data which is not actually present in the database. Okay, so now I'm going to delete this 9 record. Let me just enter the 9, and it will ask for this will delete your data. I'm going to hit OK. Deletion successful. Here you can see this data is still present, but just need to close this, and when you reopen this, here you can see this, now that data is removed. Okay, so it means that the application is working. Okay, so the task till here is done. So now I'm going to show you how to design for this about us. So let me just close this, and for that, first thing what we need to do is we need to add a form. So for that, just click on add and select in Windows form, and after that we have to write this form as about us, name it to about us, and hit OK. Let me just copy the size from the previous one. So here we go. Here you can see this about us. Let me just copy the size. Okay. Just go to properties, and there we will find the size and paste it here and hit enter. Here you can see this. After this, let me add one picture box, because in this here you can see this, it's a picture box, and these are labels, and in labels I have added these content, so you can easily do that. I'm just copying this from here. You just copy this and paste these all stuff here. Here you can see this. Now we have these all data just like this. You have to just drag a label and just need to add the data. Here you can see this. You have to add this data like this, and just you can change the color by going to for color. Here you can see this custom. red color or whatever, which color you want, and change the font as well. So let me just change the font to 16 and hit OK. Here you can see this, like this I have done it here. So let me just move this. I hope you can do this small stuff. So for that, let me add one picture box. Let me just drag and drop it here. Here you can see this. Let me make this picture box large because I need this much large picture box. And after that, I want to click on this. Here you can see this, choose images, go to local resources and click on import. And I have already provided you the link for this, and click on this. Okay, and okay, here you can see this. But select this stretch image. Here you can see this. Here you can observe one small stuff, that picture is white, but our the background is, this font is a little off white. Let me just change this to the color of this background color to white. Okay, so search for back color. Here you will find this back color. Just click on this, click on custom and select the white. Here you can see this. Now this stuff is nice. Okay, after this I want that this form needs to be open in the center. So start position, just change this to center screen, and after that save it. And now what I need is, when I start this and when I click on this, that form needs to be popped up. So how to do that? For that, just go to form 1, that is dashboard, and double click on this about us to generate a click event. After that, you have to create an object for that, about us. Okay, about us, au equals new about us in this way, and au dot show. Now just save this. When I start this, now when I click on this, here you can see this. Now this data is popped up in the center. Now what I want is, when I click on this active system, the application needs to be closed. So for how to do that? For that, we have to write the code. Okay, so form 1 design here. So we have to write the code for on this access button, click events. So we have to generate click event. Just double click on this. But here, what we want to do is, we want to close the application. So for that, application dot exit, we have to use this method. Okay, and now save this and start this. Just keep watching because I'm going to show you some interesting stuff too. So when I click on this here, it directly close the application. So now what I want is, it ask from user that, are you sure you want to close? So for that, you have to do this stuff in the previous way I have shown you. So if, and this, you have to write this message box. Okay, message box dot show, and in this we have to ask the user that, are you sure this will delete your saved data. Okay, so I'm going to show you the user this one, and let me just write this name confirmation dialog, confirmation message. Let me my dialog, it's nice. Okay, so after this I want few buttons as well. So message box button, and I want 2 button, okay and cancel, okay and cancel. Okay, and after this I want to check this message. Okay, so I want to add message box icon dot, I want to add the warning symbol because it's a warning. Okay, and we have to check that what user click on OK or cancel. So if dialog result dot OK, then only this needs to be done. Okay, so here you can see this. Okay, so we have to remove this one, and within this braces we have to just copy and paste it here. Okay, so now when I start this, and here it is, when I click on this, are you sure this will delete your unset data? Just cancel and you will still here. And when I click on OK, this will close the application. Okay, so that's it. Here you can see this, our project is completed, and I hope you liked and enjoyed my video and you have learned a lot throughout this project. Okay, so stay tuned and just subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. More upcoming projects will be with more features and more functionalities, and there will be a lot of changes in that. So just stay tuned and support us. Please share these stuff with your friends as well, and you can also contact us on btechdays.care@gmail.com, or you can just go to Instagram and there you can just search for btech days and there will be an Instagram page of our channel. You can directly contact us there. Just keep loving and supporting us. Be a btech family. Okay, thanks.